Hello and welcome, I'm Marat28 and this is episode 16 of my play of Bevo's Tech Pack, and I have to tell you, it's pretty nice to be recording this again. Stuff has still been hectic of late, so I've not been able to get much time in to be able to actually record anything, though I have been working on some stuff. Last video I did, I was working on my library. I still have not actually finished that. It's exactly the same as it was before. What I've been mostly working on for the past few days when I had a little bit of time, so I was just moving some industrial craft stuff I had and setting up some other stuff. So this is just some basic machines. They're currently not really doing anything, they're just plugged in so I can use them for manual use. What I'm going to be doing is this room down here is going to be for ore processing. It's not functional at the moment, and I've not determined what setup I want to use. I'm thinking just for the heck of it, I'm going to go for IC2. I've honestly not used the thermal centrifuge and ore washing stuff in industrial craft. And I've done mechanism. I've done mechanism a lot, actually. And the only other options I'd really have would be factorization, which is pretty neat. I'm not going to lie, it's pretty neat. It is, however, a bit more involved than I want to get. It's not really hard to do, it's just... it's involved. Yeah. Anyway. So each of these machines you may or may not have seen before. I mean, we have a singularity compressor here. It just goes up really high. I don't have this given a redstone signal because I don't want to waste power. Regular furnace, the macerator, the induction furnace. I love this thing, it's the best. This is a redstone signal inverter, which is great. So you can have this turn itself on without a redstone signal instead of having to give it a signal. So there's no redstone bleed, which is nice. And I made 2 extra metal formers. So we have one set to rolling, one is set to cutting, and the other's to extruding. Extruding? Yeah. And of course we have a nice little coke oven here so that I can get creosote. And I brought over a ME terminal. Now this thing right over here, this is a new block in Industrial Craft 2 Experimental. This is a blast furnace. It uses heat to process iron into refined iron, aka steel. I think by default it registers itself as steel. And what it does, it takes heat, which you can get from a variety of sources, and cans of compressed air, well, cells of compressed air, and it processes that into refined iron ingots and slag. And when I first made this, my first reaction is, why would I ever want to do this? Because I gotta tell you, this is not terribly quick. But I realized something. This slag actually has a secondary use. If you run it through a thermal centrifuge, you end up getting a little bit of gold and coal dust, which is actually pretty neat, because as you're making your steel, you're actually getting coal dust, which you can use for carbon plates and all that stuff. So that's pretty nice. Basically what I have is using these Ender IO conduits, I have this set so that it is, there we go, it is pulling out only the empty cells, and this one is pulling out only the compressed air cells. So it just basically goes back and forth as it's processing, so I don't really need to get involved other than putting iron into this thing. And I like it that way. Let's go and take this out. Anyway, we're not doing any of that stuff today. Hooray for false starts. Alright, so what we are going to do, I really need to do some farms. I've got a little bit of stuff on the side which works okay, but it's not necessarily a good option for long-term stuff. And I would really like to have a proper farm area. I don't want to use the Twilight Forest, if only because of the fact that the Twilight Forest is made in such a way that it purposely tries to unload all of its chunks immediately, and if you put chunk loaders in the Twilight Forest, bad things can happen. It's not necessarily, I've not seen it happen with railcraft stuff, but I have seen it happen with like chicken chunks, so I don't know if it's all of them or if it's just a few of them. But it's already tempting fate by having my digital miner and ender chest and stuff in there chunk loaded. So what I'm going to do is I made this little island over here the other day. It's amazing what you can do when you have no real time for anything else. And this is just basically a smaller hollow bowl type thing. So we got the big one over here, and then we got the small one. Now what I'm thinking I want to do is I want to use this for a bunch of little MFR farms. So what we're going to do for this is we're going to go ahead and use this island as the basis for my little farm place. But to make sure that we can run the farms, I need to actually have power in here. And I'm definitely not running a power cable. Let's put hover on. I'm not running a cable from this island to this island. That would just look terrible. And I don't have Tesseracts, nor do I really want to go ahead and make them right now. I could use something from extra utilities, because you can actually make a energy transfer node, and you can use the ender receptor and transmitters, and they work quite well. Not doing that either, though. Back on the theme of IC2 stuff that I haven't really played with, and I really think I should. I'm going to make a turbine. I have all the stuff. Matter of fact, I should have everything I need for this episode right here in this bag. Tons of stuff. If I need anything else than this, I've messed up terribly. What are you, anyway? If this is dirt, I'm gonna... it's dirt. I ended up having to go back to the Twilight Forest and setting up my digital miner to mine up dirt because I ran out. I totally forgot I had a barrel full of it. Alright, anyway, what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and set up a wind turbine right here in the center of this. If I can... Where are you? So the center of it should be right here. Oh, I was so close. There we go. So here's the center. The actual turbine is going to be around here. It's going to go up in the sky a little bit. I want to make sure it has decent elevation so that it's not like blocking on anything. So I figure like maybe like right about here would be a good height. And then we're just going to basically pipe the power down underneath to like a little underground skunkwork area where we'll be able to access the machines and get all the materials and stuff, as well as get them transmitted back and forth between islands. The exact method that I'm going to use for transmitting them back and forth, I'm not too sure on yet, but it's I want to try to use carts for something, because I've used ME stuff. I love ME. I've used some of the under IO conduits and stuff, and I've used a ton of just straight up ender chest. If I wanted to, I could just put the ender chest right exactly on the harvesters and not worry about anything. I'd rather not do that though. I'd rather try to do something else interesting. Maybe only use one ender chest to get stuff back and forth. Alright, let's go ahead and get in here and get out some of this marble. Luckily, one of the many little things I found while exploring earlier in this map was a builder's wand. So this is going to make this actually really, really easy. Okay, let's get back up here. So what I am thinking, for this windmill, I want to have it roughly circular in size, and I do need enough space that I can get around, but I need to make sure that I leave more than enough space for the actual farm areas. So what I am going to do is go ahead and make... This is not going to be the prettiest circle or circle-ish shape I've ever done, but hopefully it's adequate. Matter of fact, this is definitely not turning into a circle. We'll deal with it. Alright. And then put that right here. So this is the basic size of what it starts off as. It's going to be like this. And there's also going to be a staircase here leading down to the bottom, which is why I needed a little bit more space and why I wanted to avoid just having a little smaller, tighter circle. As it gets up higher in the sky, it's going to end up shrinking a little bit, so it's not going to be too terrible. But thanks to this lovely builder's wand, though, I'm going to save a lot of time on this. So we'll go up about that high. Oh, I really do love that thing. Alright, let's get some torches in here just to make sure that this doesn't become a little hellhole. Alright, so that's okay. For the next layer, let's go ahead and bring it in a little bit. Okay. I'll tell you what, let's actually just put it up, and then I will fix the overlap afterwards. Whoop. Don't go down the hole. Something that's really funny about this, I don't think of myself as necessarily a good builder when it comes to this kind of stuff, because I end up making odd-looking structures. They're not necessarily terrible, but I think I could do better, and I don't, and it frustrates me. I keep trying, though, and that's either saying That's either saying something good about me or something really bad about me. I'm not sure which. Alright. I do love this jetpack, though. Alright, so we got that. This one's only going to be for a few. This is going to be like a transition between the stages. Let's do. Alright, and then the new one. And it got kind of square, though I think that might be okay. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. I'm using marble because it is the whitest material that I have besides blocks of iron that I still think looks pretty decent. How tall are we? Yeah, that's about good. Alright, so we're doing good. I probably could have had this thing continue upwards a little bit further, but I think it's okay. Alright, do we need to do anything near the bottom here? Nah, that looks fine. Don't know where I want to actually have the entrance to this. I mean, the way that I'm most likely to be coming from is from this side of the building, so I mean, this would make the ideal entrance. Boom, okay. Now, to actually get up here, what we're going to be doing is using a ladder from... Where'd you go? The carpenter's ladder. This thing is awesome. It looks great. And it also, in general, it's just pretty freaking neat. Let's go ahead and get some factory blocks and my chisel out, and we can put the marble up for now. I'm going to need it later, but I'm not going to need it at the moment. So what I'm going to do is, for the ladder, I want to use one of the materials in here. I'm thinking like a good thing to do, because I want it to stand out a little bit, but I don't want it to be too terribly bright. So I think I want to use the factory block right here. Oh, and there's one other thing that I do want to do. I want to go get another stack of this stuff. And this needs to get turned into the factory block that looks like that. And this is what I'm going to be using for the floor. It's kind of dark, but I think it works really nice with the marble walls and stuff. Because the walls have pretty much no texture to them. I mean, you can see that there's like little variations to it, but there's no like hard pattern. Alright, there we go. And now basically we're just going to run this up right up the see, dead center. Do I want to do dead center or do I want to do it off? No, that's good. And basically we're just going to stack these things up. And we're going to... Oh yeah, I like that. That's good. We'll be able to use that for the ladder. Why can't I climb you? That is upsetting. I was hoping I'd be able to use this, but this is not working right. I've used these before as a freestanding ladder, and they worked fine, so I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Let's take that off. Alright, so did I have hover on? Okay, let's turn hover off. There we go. Okay, so that's it. Hover does bad things to... Okay, that's good to know. Whoop. And basically we're just going to go all the way up here using the ladders. Okay, so we're here. This is good height. We're going to go ahead and put down some more factory blocks. It's actually done what? Let's take that off. Factory blocks all the way around. Okay, not all the way around. I'll get a collapsible block later and make it look like it's full that way. Whoa, that was close. Okay, so this is pretty good. You know, in retrospect, I probably should have put it flat against the wall. Yeah, I tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and fix that. We'll be right back. So as it turns out, that bright idea about having the ladder flat to the wall it doesn't work, because if I put it freestanding here, it'll go to the center of the block. It won't be shifted to the left. And if I put it, it's okay. So right now it's freestanding, right? Let's go ahead and break that and put it down again. It's going to go against that block, which is what I would like to do right now, right? I can't put anything on top of there. If I, it's not even connecting to it that way, unfortunately. So I'm going to need to run something up this wall completely to be able to have it flat, which I do want to do. So, I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing, though I wish it worked a little bit better. Let's go ahead and get the chisel out. Do we have anything marble we can turn into that'll look okay that way? No, most of the stuff is fairly similar. Factory blocks. Well, it's a ladder. Let's make it a. You know what? No, let's go with the orange and white. It's a safety thing. Be careful while on the ladder. Of course, it's only going to go up to so high, and then you're on your own. Alright, and we'll just climb right up this way. Oh, hover off. There we go. That's going to trip me up something terrible. Alright, and doing it this way is a little bit better because I'm actually able to make sure that I have access to room up here to work on stuff. Which I do need, even though I totally forgot about it the first time. Okay, so far so good. So we have this general shape here. This is pretty good. You know what? No, we're going to go up another floor. You get out of my inventory. You get in my hand. I'm going to make this a little bit of an odd shape here. I like the general... I think I'd like... No, this is pretty good. Okay, let's go ahead and put this in. So that's good. Do one more. What if I should do a window on this? Yeah, I tell you what, I think I'll actually move this floor up to this point, and then we can go from there. That'll look best. Alright, and then over here we're just going to bring... Oop! We're going to bring this out, and we're not going to fall. Alright. And then we're going to bring that out again. But we are going to do a block right here. I wonder if this should move out a little bit on the sides, too. Yeah, I think maybe it should. Okay, let's get that back on. Yeah, no, that's too chunky. So how's that look? Yeah, we'll go with that. That's pretty good. And we'll go ahead and get rid of that. Oh, that hurt. Okay, so free runners should probably stay on, and I should make sure that I actually have power. I don't. Oh, that was really, really foolish of me. Tell you what, this just means that getting this thing set up is even more important. Let's go up here. Let's climb all the way back up. And... oh yeah, it's depleted. It's not going to cause any issues. Okay, so we got that. Get our magnificent bag of holding stuff. Oh, never mind. It's right here. I really do promise that I know what I'm doing today. I have a fairly good idea. With any luck, I'm not going to end up cutting almost all of this. I've done that once or twice for a few episodes. I felt really bad about it, but I mean, really, I didn't want to put out anything that was extremely confusing or that would make you just angry watching it, because I know that can be frustrating, and I try to avoid that. Alright. Alright. We're going to go marble off of this. Okay, so that's good. And then we'll make this a up, up. So to keep this nice and even, I pretty much need to do this as a 3x3 area with my main little block thing I'm putting here right in the center. So I do need to get a little bit creative here. We'll take these down when we're done. Alright, so that's good. This is going to come out. We're not going to put one there yet or here because I need to be able to get back into the main platform. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let's go ahead and take out the block that we're using. What is under here? Okay. We'll leave that. Probably get something to make it slope up here, look a little bit better. Alright, so we're going to get in the bag. Let's go ahead and get our... We have a kinetic generator. We have a... Where is it? A kinetic wind generator. And then we also have a nice kinetic wind generator rotor carbon here. When I do this, I need to make sure that I still have access to the wind generator, this thing right here, because I need it to be able to be accessible, to be able to change stuff in and out. What I could do is actually use conduits from Ender.io to pull and push items in and hide it within like blocks like this, and that would work fairly well, actually. You know, I take that back. That will work actually quite well. So for now, we'll just go ahead and put it up. We want to make sure that when we do this, though, that the black dot is facing... See, I believe these two little black dots, they need to touch each other. Alright, so... Okay, gas. Alright, that's awesome. Okay, so it is turning, that's good. Let's go ahead and take this out a second. I think what I want to do is I want to put it out one block further. Well, no, this will be fine. If I need to expand it out to make it a little bit more pointy, I'll do that later. Alright, so this is backwards. I should have a wrench in here somewhere, maybe? Are you kidding me? I come all the way over here, I have all the stuff, and I forget the freaking wrench. Oh boy. Okay, well I'm going to have fun, because I need to go back down to my base that's down there, because I can't get to the island, my island base at the moment. So I will, tell you what, I'll see you when I actually have all my stuff together. Okay, there we go. I went ahead and I went back and I got my electric wrench. So what I'm going to do is I have this running now. It's doing good. It's getting about 76 EU per tick, which is actually fairly nice. I mean, this is something that will take continuous use of resources. These the rotor here will wear out, but this is only taking coal to run. It's not terrible. It's something I can deal with, and it's definitely worth my effort to keep going because this is neat power. This is an interesting form of wind power. It's definitely not for the person who doesn't care for IC2, but luckily for me, I can use IC2 to my heart's content and not have to use IC2. We're going to be taking use of Mechanism to actually take care of moving and storing the power, if only because it gets it into a somewhat more useful state than what it's going to be by default. So we have this is good. I'm actually going to go ahead and finish up the walls in here real quick. This is also going to be a 3x3, though. I think I might either make this like a little landing area over here so that I can like drop in. Of course, that's probably just asking for mobs to spawn in here, and I don't want that to happen. Either way, let's go ahead and get more marble. And I think need to get a quieter keyboard. I mentioned before, but I have a mechanical keyboard, which I love for typing and all things related to use. It is, however, incredibly noisy. And I definitely need to find a way. I probably just need to get one of the mechanical keyboards that have the quieter keys. Which is, it's a shame, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. There we go. Now for this, we're just going to bring it in again. And this is going to be a fairly flat top. I don't think I'm going to worry about trying to make it smooth or anything. Oops, there we go. You know, why am I doing this the hard way? I have a builder's wand. It's not exactly what I wanted to do. Alright, so that's okay. Let's get rid of this. You are not making any more power because you're completely and utterly full. Glorious. Let's see. For now, this is going to come out. I'll go ahead and put a microblock or something under here later so that you can't see up. Let's go ahead and open ye olde thing. Okay, this shows 20 redstone flux per tick. That may actually be enough. Will it go from the bottom? I don't think it'll drain to the bottom. No. You know, actually the problem might be draining from universal cables, period. Yeah, I think I might need to lead an IC2 cable into the mechanism machine. Or put the energy cube right there. Yeah, there we go, that works. Alright, so that's fine. Excellent. And then we have access to power right this way. Let's go ahead and charge up our stuff. Definitely you. Alright, so that's going pretty good. Let's see, what do we have here? What did I do wrong? We don't need that. Oh, we do need that. What over here is superfluous? Turn that back on. That's good. You can go. As can you. So you get broken and replaced. And you get broken. Alright, very nice. At a later point, I think I want to go ahead and put some lamps in here. It might be a little bit later in the episode. It might be just another episode entirely. Because I really don't feel that torches are good for this kind of structure. Alright, so we have that. That's good. Do I want to... No, we don't. That's fine. Yeah, that's totally where I need to put a block of marble just hanging down there to the bottom left. That's great. Alright, as soon as we get this done, we'll go ahead and take a look at the outside of this to see how it turned out. I'm hoping that it looks pretty good. You know what I should add, just for the heck of it? An access hatch to the roof. That'd be pretty nice. Where do we want to do that? No, I can't do it there. There's no block to support the ladder. Can't do it there either. There's no block to support the ladder. Very limited, actually, in the spots where it would be a good idea or even a feasible idea. You know, like right here, actually, would be pretty good. Just right up the top. Yeah, we'll do it there. And you just go hover mode off, go right up the ladder, and get access to the top if I ever need it. So that's nice. Let's fix the... No, that's not so nice. I need to reshape the roof on this for if I'm going to do that, because then I don't want to have that hole just sticking out in the middle of nowhere. Okay, so that's okay. Do that. Whoa. That has to be there. Okay, so we have that. Can I nip you? No, you are not nippable. Let's put that there. I guess that'll do. Can I break you? There we go. Tell you what, let's go ahead, get back inside here, go down to ground level, and get a good look to see how this came out. There's one other thing that I need. I know I made some trapdoors. Okay, so you're going to go right there, and you're going to get done in marble. And these trapdoors, thankfully, hover off. I keep forgetting that. These trapdoors are awesome in the fact that they actually act as ladders. So they look flush when you're up here normally, which is nice. Plus, you can climb down them. For this bit, I don't think I'm going to do a ladder. I'm just going to leave the open pit. I want to save the ladder for downstairs. But let's go outside and get a look at this, see how everything's turned out so far. Alright. Oh, let's get this. You know what? No, it's before I do that, we're going to go up top real quick. We're not going to get a good aerial view. We are going to... I'm going to make everybody watching this motion sick by the time this episode is finished. It's my goal. Okay, I gotta take you out for a second. You're getting in the way. Alright, and I also need, I think, the hammer. No. Yes. And we're just going to make this look like it's extruding from the surface. And I think I actually cycled past it already. It's kind of hard to tell at the angle that I'm at. Is that the same one I have over here? No. No, that was it. Right there. Perfect. I'd kill for a stable hover mode on this thing. I think if I make a higher tier pack, it will actually fall less, which is good. I'm just being lazy, and it's making me annoyed. If I hit over here. Tell you what, let's break that. You forget it. Okay. I'll fix it afterwards. This is just annoying the ever-loving. Okay. That's not it. Nor is that. It's the really tiny one. Oh, that was it. Poop. Okay, that's good. Alright, I think I have that all sorted out. And let's go ahead and... since this is a moving blade and everything, I think the hazard looked pretty good, but I think I want to continue with the white. Because the marble, I think, would show the least deformation being used as a carpenter block like this. And this one I'm also going to change. I love me some carpenter blocks, I really do. Perfect. Okay, you can get back in there. And as soon as I break these guys, you should be good to go. Whoa, you're going with a passion. Alright, so let's go ahead and get a good view of this from off in the distance. Okay, we're going to come right over here. We're going to go up a little bit higher than it actually is. So we want to get about to like 168 or maybe 180. So aside from the zombie up there, that's pretty nice. I think it could use a little bit more tweaking in the general shape because it's I would like it to be pointier, but that's pretty good. I could really go crazy with carpenter blocks on this if I wanted to, but I don't think I am that dedicated. Luckily, we're not in trouble. I can actually charge up here now. Okay. So the next step for what I want to do is I need to actually start running power from this guy down to an area below. So this might actually end up being a 2-episode thing, with today being concentrated on power, and then the next episode working on actually setting up the farms. This is pretty nice, though. I do like it. Charge, please. Now let's go ahead and take care of our guest. Get down. Stay down. Alright, so what's the problem with the way I have this set up? This should be... Let's put a block right there. I don't think I need that block if I get rid of this. There we go. And that should just make it look a little bit less stub nose, hopefully. Hopefully. Yeah, hopefully. No, that's not bad. I just need to do a little bit more fine tweaking on this. I might need to replace that with a carpenter block. What's going on here? Do you need to be there? No, you don't. How about you? Oh, so many blocks I can get rid of. Does that mean I can get rid of you too? Oh, excellent. And I know I put that there specifically so it wasn't so flat, but I might take that off. Alright, so that makes it a square with 2 little nubs on the side, so that's good. So we've got a square, and we're going to do nub and nub. Okay, so now that does have to be there. And I believe so does that one, so that's pretty good. That's good for now. Oh, come here, my XP. And get all my stuff. Alright, so before I forget it, I'm going to go ahead and get these ladders all blocked up so that it's not something that goes on my mini list of things to do that never gets done. There's no time like now. Alright, so that's good. Except for this block, which is going away. Perfect. Perfect! And I guess for this, I will just go ahead and just fill in with marble. Yeah, that looks fine. So we go up top here, we can get access to the actual main power rig, which is good. I mean, it's nice, easy to use. What I'm going to do, we're going to have power coming down, straight down here to the bottom. And, oh, that was bad. Okay. Going to have power coming straight down. I'm going to be using the Ender IO energy conduits. I'm not going to be able to produce anywhere near this much power. Plus, this thing right here maxes out at exactly what these energy conduits are, so it works great. I think in newer versions they actually do less power, though, so we're just going to enjoy this for now. Where is this going down at? Oh, right there, perfect. And one of the main reasons to use these guys is I could use microblocks to hide the energy cables from Mechanism, but I'd rather not use those if I don't have to. So these guys work fine. Plus, they're kind of neat. One thing I might do is I think I've actually already changed these. I'm not sure if I have. Yeah, no, that is bigger. I normally tried changing these from the default setting because they look really tiny by default. I just don't like the pipes being that small. Okay, get back cover. Oh wow, this is... Okay, there we go. Do I want to completely go against the outside wall? Yeah, let's do that. You gotta get down though. And then we'll just have power going through the hole right here. Oh, the particle effects. Okay, let's take a quick little seat. Get you going across. And you go bye-bye. And then I need to get a little thing to go on here so you can't see through, but that's pretty good. I like that. And I guess for this we will also put in some more of these conduits. Well, marble blocks. So that's pretty good. We're going to leave the torches there, so that's okay. So this should be fine. To this, I do need to add a door so that we have a nice flush tower. There we go, door. Let's give it a few whacks with the hammer. Now, I could make it flush like this, which I think would look pretty good. So from a distance, I mean, obviously you know that it's there since I just showed you, but from a distance you don't see a door, which is nice. Or I could leave it like, say, that. I'm thinking that might be pretty good. If I do a glass door, though, so that you can see inside, I might use a different material, though, so it stands out a little bit better. Okay, let's get it back. Definitely not good. Oh, wrong button. Okay, let's see. Chisel. Definitely not using the stuff I use for the ladder. Of what I have here, though, that I can make using the factory stuff, nothing really screams okay to me. I think I'd probably use, like, this stuff. It might look a little bit odd, though. That's not bad. And then we have the ladder going up, and then over here we're going to have a ladder going down. I was originally planning on doing a staircase, which I think a staircase might actually be nice. We have the ladder going up and just a staircase going down. Yeah, that should be fine. Anyway, I really do like the way that the general shape of this turned out. I think I need to do a few more bits of tweaks and stuff. And unless I'm crazy for some reason, it looks like the carpenter slope marble is slightly brighter than the regular stuff, but that could just be my eyes being terrible. Let's go over here to the tower. I think this is pretty much going to be all for me today, though. We'll come back next episode. We'll be doing some additional work on this island, for sure. Yeah, that's incredibly derpy. Oh, that's so derpy. I like it, but it's derpy. I do like the way the rotor looks freaking awesome, though. I feel that for as big as this thing is, it should be turning a lot slower, though. It could just be the storm. Oh, I didn't want to do that. How about that? Does that look any better? And then I can get rid of that. Whoop. And that. And that. And that. And that. Yeah, I think with the proper application of carpenter blocks, that'll be fine. I think maybe it does need to look a little bit more beefy at this end, though. So anyway, I'm getting distracted again. I want to go ahead and thank you for watching this episode of Bevo's Tech Pack. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave a message below, and as always, have a good day. And maybe I can get a photo of this when it's not raining.